What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I would like to talk about the Atlanta Falcons defense. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content. Hit that like button for your boy. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for your continued support, continuing to share out my content on all the social media platforms. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So as I mentioned in today's video, I do want to talk about the Atlanta Falcons defense. And this Atlanta Falcons defense this season has been really, really good. These guys have been excellent all season. I can't remember the last time that the Atlanta Falcons had a top 10 defense, but this season, this hasn't been a top 10 unit. And if we get into the playoffs, I don't think it's going to be many teams that's going to want to see this Atlanta Falcons team. This team this season on the defensive side of the ball has 30 plus sacks and also 8 interceptions on the year. They've done a great job of taking the football away, but they also have done a great job of being bend, don't break. They don't give up many touchdowns in the red zone. They do a good job of holding teams to field goals. We've been great at stopping the run, which was one of the biggest Achilles heels of our Atlanta Falcons teams of the past. And being able to rush the passer has been, one of the weaknesses of our Atlanta Falcons defenses. So this year, I've been really impressed with Coach Ryan Nielsen and these guys on this coaching staff, Jerry Gray, all of the guys that they brought in, Steven Jackson. Those guys have done a great job with this defense and the talent that we brought in. Terry Fontenot did an excellent job of bringing in guys like Calais Campbell, bringing in Bud Dupree, bringing in Jesse Bates, who to me should be a defensive player of the year candidate with his 6 interceptions on the season, his 100 plus tackles and multiple forced fumbles. He's been an all-world safety and an all-pro this year for our Atlanta Falcons. But I think we did a really good job of building this defense. This defense is really good, has a lot of depth. And you guys know that I've talked over the years about having multiple guys that can rush the passer. And we're seeing this year it's paid dividends. Over the last couple years, we've struggled to even hit the 20 mark when it comes to sacks. This year, I believe we have about 36 sacks on the season, which is very impressive with still 2 games remaining. And we even seeing young guys develop on this team. Guys like Zach Harrison at that defensive end position, he's starting to show flashes. I believe he has 3 sacks on the season. Arnold Ebiketie is kind of taking the next step this season with his 6 sacks, which leads this Atlanta Falcons team. And we've seen guys like Nate Landman, guys who he was actually a backup linebacker coming into the season, filling in for Troy Anderson, and he's come in and been very, very good at that linebacker position. So this Atlanta Falcons team, just as a whole on the defensive side of the ball, Caden Ellis, all of these guys have been spectacular on this defensive side of the ball. Guys like AJ Terrell, he continues to ball out, and I believe he'll get another contract after this season. I think he'll get his big contract. But we've seen, like I said, even the young guys, the DeMarco Helms, who's come along in his rookie season, Clark Phillips. These guys are now starting for our Atlanta Falcons defense. But this Atlanta Falcons defense from top to bottom has been really, really good this season and has been a solid unit. And I only think that this defense will continue to get better over the next couple seasons. I mean, we arguably don't have our best defensive player in the front 7, and Grady Jarrett, who's been the staple of this Atlanta Falcons defense since he's been on this Atlanta Falcons team. And he was injured early in the season with a season-ending injury with that knee injury. So just getting him back next season, getting back Troy Anderson off of that pectoral injury at that linebacker position, I really feel like this will be a top 5 defense next season because they've been that good this year. If we can retain a lot of this talent that we have on this Atlanta Falcons team, and you have guys that are going to continue to mature, guys like Arnold Ebiketie, guys like Zach Harrison, who will be on his 2nd season next year. Hopefully we can retain a guy in Calais Campbell, who's up there in age, but he's still playing really well. I believe he has about 3 or 4 sacks on the season. If we can bring back maybe a Bud Dupree who has about 5 sacks on the season as well, I really feel like this Atlanta Falcons team moving forward will be a top 10 unit for years to come. I really feel like next season they could easily be a top 5 unit, but we definitely have built a championship defense, and I'm really proud of what this front office has done as far as on the defensive side of the ball and on the offensive side of the ball. But on the defensive side of the ball, this year, this team has been really, really good. Like I said, the record of 7-8 will be kind of confusing when you look at the numbers of this Atlanta Falcons defense, because we've lost a lot of close games. And yes, this Falcons team has let up some leads at the end of games, giving up the final score at the end of games, but mainly that was due to injury. Before guys like David Onyemata got injured, before Grady Jarrett got injured, we were playing at a really high level. But all season long, even with the backups that are filled in, this Atlanta Falcons team has been a top 10 unit pretty much all season long. So with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on this Atlanta Falcons defense. Like I said, I definitely think that we've built a championship defense. And I feel like with this next draft, if they continue to bring in guys, a couple more pass rushers, I really could see this being a top 10, a top 5 unit for years to come. But with that being said, this being your boy Jew, I have a lot more content coming for you guys as always. And remember, as they always say, defense does win championships. But as always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.